Dab,
Are
no,
we
it's-
doing it?
Oh, I think, okay. We're, Dab, sorry.
Is it too early?
Welcome to
Is it
Street
too
Queens
early?
Con!
Yay!
Hello,
Hi.
gamer turns. Oh, hi. We're dabbing, whatever. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Stream Queens Con 2. Welcome to the New Drag Who Dis panel. A panel where we're talking to myself and other Stream Queens members who have started drag on Twitch, y'all. And this is a huge thing because, you know, a lot of drag artists get their start actually in the clubs, but during the pandemic it was very, very different for all of us here. So, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna learn more about these amazing panelists. It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be stunning. Also, if anyone in the chat has any questions, use your channel points to ask any questions, and we will get to them during the panel. So let's just get right into it. Let's introduce everybody. I'm gonna start with the amazing Tubarky Bark. How are you
Hi, I'm good. I'm Tubarky Bark. Hi, I'm a raging pansexual vape lady and a four-eyed drag queen. I play lots of spooky games and cute games on Twitch. Happy to be here.
Happy to have
Yeah.
you, Barky. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When you said you want to do it, I said, "Yes, I need Barky." I was like, "Yes, please." I don't have enough Barky in my life. I love
my
watching you.
goodness.
If you don't watch Barky, go do it. If you don't do it, you're homophobic. Okay, period. Anyways, let's go over to the one and only Caricature.
Hi, I'm Caricature. I'm a gender fluid fashion illustrator, drag content creator, the draws play queen of Twitch, and yeah, that's about it.
Perfect. Also, Kara made my logo for my channel. It is, if you've seen that and it's like, oh my gosh, she's stunning, that's Kara. So whenever Kara has commissions open, you better snatch those spots up quick, y'all, because girls book
They go
They
fast.
fill up.
booked and
They
busy.
go
They go.
They go so fast. And I'm like, I need emotes next time, but I'll wait. I'll give other people a chance. Then next is my bestie, Kiyoshi Yorha. Hi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kiyoshi Yorha, pansexual, demisexual, drag investigator of Twitch. And yeah, I am so excited for this panel. I also go by any pronouns.
Oh yeah, that part. If you want to go back and say our pronouns, I know they're below us, but I'd like to say our pronouns for the chat. You're more than welcome to. Then let's get over to Evil Queen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Evil Queen. I'm the prettiest bitch you've ever seen. I stream Dead by Daylight here on Twitch. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited you want to be here too. Can I just like fangirl for a second? When I first started streaming, and Eve followed me, and I said, "Holy shit, have I made it? Am I somebody?" Hello, Senpai noticed me. Like I was gooped, and I'm so glad that you're here. I would love to hear your journey and your story because I know you've had a great journey here on Twitch and beyond. Oh, so,
Where?
I don't know. Maybe we'll get to hear about it. I don't know. And then finally, but not least, perhaps, I don't know. There's Prince Harming. Hi, Harming.
Yeah, I'm Prince Harming. I am Twitch's favorite drag king vampire. I play a lot of horror games. I do a lot of Dead by Daylight. And yeah, you'll catch me here primarily.
Period.
5
Wait,
days a
here
week
as
in
a
drag.
streaming channel, or just like trapped in this
I
box?
just mean like on Twitch in general. This
Got
is my
it.
platform.
Got it. And
Help us worth these boxes.
we can never be Google Meet.
Right. And so, you know, I had wanted to myself. Let's talk about myself. Hi, I like talking about myself. Hello, my name is Aphasia Speaks, the bitch that just won't shut up. I run the Speakeasy here on twitch.tv, and I wanted to make this panel because I think it's important that we all learn and experience learn about drag artists who start drag not in the bars, in the clubs, but on a different platform media altogether. So that's why I call it New Drag Who Dis, because we all started just before, either during the pandemic. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. So our first question, whoever wants to just dive into it. Okay, let me go back to find my questions. Holy shit, hold on. Okay, so how long have you been on Twitch, and when did you start your drag journey here on Twitch. If anyone wants to start and go first, whoever. Keo, go ahead.
I've been on Twitch for, I want to say, in reality, like 8 years, but I've really been on and off for those 8 years, and it's really in total, it's like 2 to 3 months, and that was like out of drag. And what was it? How long we've been doing Twitch, and then how long we've been doing drag?
Yeah,
Is that
and how
the
long
two
have you
questions?
combined the two?
Okay. And yeah, I've been doing drag for about 2 years now. I initially wanted to start doing drag, and this is a similar story to Aphasia as well. And I wanted to do local drag, so I did some drag competitions, just the one. And then after that, the panini happened, and then I had to do drag here, and I've been doing that for 2 years, and here we are.
Here we are.
And I've been combining the two basically since then. I have been combining the two together for those 2 years of my drag life. So yeah.
Period. And your drag has
So,
taken
okay.
so many like different twists and turns too. So. And
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see evolution of Kiyoshi or It's one of my favorite things. Harming, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I've been a Twitch user, and I initially started streaming literally over 10 years ago, back when this website, well, before it started, and it was still Justin TV. So I've been here. I haven't been streaming the entire time, but I recently came back to it last year, and I started doing actual drag on Twitch. It's been almost a year now. It was back in January. So I'm brand new to doing drag, but I've been doing makeup for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just now have thrown everything together into a pot to create what we see now.
And we like what we see.
Ooh.
As we drink out of our merch mug, we love to see that.
Mm.
Where's my merch?
Where's your merch, Keo?
It's here. It's water.
Next to Barky.
Yeah, I was inspired by a lot of drag streamers like Deer, Elix, Trashly. So drag and streaming goes like entirely hand in hand to me. And I started a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. And I love when I found you. I just like, who is this person? They're so funny. They're so funny. I love Barky. I'm just
You're so funny.
No.
No, you.
I'm just a bitch.
I won't argue with it.
Eve?
I've been streaming for over 5 years now, probably moving to like 6 years. On and off the entire time. And I actually I actually have a counter for my drag. I've been doing drag for literally picking up makeup and doing makeup for the first time. 1 year, 7 months, 11 days, 51 minutes, and 37 seconds.
Please.
And I don't regret it at all.
I love that you have a timer. Like, what?
Yeah, because everybody's like, how long have you been doing drag? And I'm always just like, maybe over a year. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So one of my mods put it in, and I was like, I love that.
That is work. I wish I knew the first time, but whatever. Time is irrelevant to me. What is time?
What is time? It's a concept.
What is time?
Exactly. And then Kara.
Yeah, so I've been streaming a little over a year. So my stream anniversary is also my drag anniversary, technically, of the first time I was ever put into drag. And then over that first year from that day, I really didn't do drag that much, maybe like 15, 20 times. And it was awful every time I tried to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started streaming, and my first stream and my anniversary stream every year is in the first outfit that I ever wore in drag. And I just kind of changed the makeup up every time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Cute.
I just have to say, I literally, like, I love Twitch, and I'm always looking at drag on Twitch. And I remember, like, literally each and every one of you, like, being new streamers and, like, bringing your drag to the platform, and, like, seeing you now, it, like, almost brings a tear to my eye, but I'm not gonna cry because my makeup looks stunning.
You look
Oh,
so
please
good.
don't.
The transformations and the things that everybody has added to their drag, and just like how far everybody has come, it's just like it's so wonderful. Like
It's
it's
so
so
cool.
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
wild because like we're just gonna get to some photos in a second.
Oh.
But, yeah, it's wild to see like where you started and then where you're at now, and you're like, I know I have more room to grow. There's more techniques to learn. There's more
Mhm.
like things you want to experiment with, and like change up your face structure and do this and that, and like combine things and just like destroy what drag in the mainstream is. And it's just like, it's so stunning, it's so fun. Oh, what's fucking my story, my drag story.
Yes.
my Twitch and
Oh,
drag
yeah.
story. I did whatever. I'm so like, this is the one time I don't want to talk about myself. As a Leo, I don't want to talk about myself all the time.
My
I know
God,
it's
here
so
we go
hard
again.
for you. We know.
I
Yes,
was
you're
wondering
not a
how
Leo.
fast you would mention being a Leo.
Well, not fast enough apparently. So anyway,
Yeah, it's actually kind of slow this time.
Right? Okay, so my drag journey. So I've been like experimenting with like makeup and things like that since like December, around Christmas time, 2018. That's when like my friends, I was talking to my friends, and I was like, I think I want to get into makeup and get into drag. And my best friend, got me for Secret Santa. They're like, here, I got you the Fenty contour sticks. I got you palette. I don't know your foundation shade, but here you go. Make it work. Because they're like, I know this. You're already a person out of a drag queen without being in drag. And I said, is that a read? And they're like, possibly. And I said, okay. That's why we're besties. Okay, got it. And then, so it was like about a year I was experimenting with like makeup, and I was like, every now and then me and Keo would like, because Keo and I live in the same area. I mean, I've known Keo for 9 years, I think we talked about.
9 years, yeah.
I would hang out with Keo, go to the bars, whatever, and just like put a little thing here and there. But it wasn't really until December of 2019 where I went to my company's Christmas party in full drag. The photo that I have today is of that night. I thought you can tell me nothing. I thought I was the belle of the ball. I said, this is what beauty is. Take it in, soak it in. And I look at it now. We're going to see and how this face and the face you're going to see completely different. And so then once again, there's a local competition here. I entered in. So my first time in public in like a bar setting was for this competition. First time I ended up winning that competition.
Yes.
February 2020. And it's supposed to be this whole thing where like it was a monthly thing. Each winner was supposed to go. Keo won in March as well, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
all. Okay. Keo
Right
won in
after.
March. And it was supposed to be like at the end of the year, all like the winners supposed to go to this big grand thing and have a competition, right? COVID hit. So I was like, well, drag is on pause, whatever. Then I started doing the makeup on Instagram Live, and then finally I was like, I'm gonna build a PC. Let's start streaming, and then now here we are. I've been doing that since about late July of last year, and almost two and a half years, 3 years of like doing makeup and drag. So, yeah, that's my journey. So, let's get to the funnest part of this whole thing.
Oh, here we go.
Is looking at our very first time in drag. Okay, so you guys know what the photos is. Obviously, a little bit of a delay on the stream, so you can see it on stream, but you know what your photos look like. They're in our little chat. So let's start off with me. Let's start with mine because it's only fair if I go first. So, here's me in drag for the first time. Oh shit! Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I have Berkey's pronouns there. Oh shit. Whatever. It's fine. That's me in drag for the first time. I thought she was
Oh, wow.
it. Look at her.
Ooh.
She can tell her nothing but look, there's no contour. There is no highlight. There is just face and lips.
You can't tell her nothing. You can't tell her to contour.
You could tell her to contour. You can tell her to block anything, and like those brows are like, I was like getting ready at my house, and my friend picked me up, and I was getting ready at his house afterwards, And so I was like, I can't glue down my brows. Every time I glue down my brows, I'm like oatmeal. So I was like, whatever. We're just gonna like use our natural brows, and it was not the tea. Look at
Hey,
me now, though.
The
She's
wig
gorgeous
is
and
cute
stunning.
though. I
still-
think the wig is
Yeah,
cute.
I
I
love
still
the
have. I
wig.
was gonna wear that hair today, but I totally forgot that it's washed
Oh.
after I tell the story. But I had done a digital drag number to Hillary Duff's "Coming Clean," and I got in my pool, and it's not the same.
She changed. Would you say that she metamorphosized?
Oh, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. But yeah, that
You have a
was-
great like head shape though. Like you have a very
Yeah.
nice like
Oh, how's my
round
head? No
head.
complaints.
And the lip color is fierce too. Like
Oh yeah, the
you know
lips.
what? I
Mhm.
would have
There.
I would.
I tried to do like an updated version of that look today. So like I have like the purples and the blues and the pinks that I had in there, like the red lip, but it's like how I would do it now.
Mhm.
And this is where I'm at. This is where I'm comfortable, and I'm trying to push myself more to do things like this face here wasn't the face I had like 2 months ago. So
Oh,
I'm
you
always
have
learning.
accelerated so fast. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
And you are amazing.
Thank you. It's a lot. It's whatever. It's a lot. But moving on. Okay. Next we're gonna have, because we're going alphabetical order here, so numerical order now. So it's gonna be to Barky Bark. Barky. Okay. There's Barky. I'm gonna move this fucking.
I don't even
yes.
recognize Sparky.
Who is that?
Mhm.
When
Hey.
when I
Literally
saw
is
that photo
that.
in the feed, I was like, "Who's that?" Like I had to
Look
start it, then I looked at who
at-
posted. I was like, "What?"
Look at baby Barky.
That's me.
So tell us about your first time and like what you thought your thought process was.
Yeah. So I have to admit, I am kind of cheating because I want to be very honest with everyone. My first time, I did not glue down my brows, and I just went with a natural brow. But the photo, like, it didn't look like anything to me. I don't know. This to me shows the roughness that comes with starting drag. Like it looked too nice. It looked too. It
my
looked too
God.
nice. And also this is the first time that I really felt like I was like committing to drag. Not that
Mhm.
I think you have to glue down brows to do drag. I definitely don't.
It is
But,
helpful
like,
though.
but it just for like personally my experience when I did this, I was like, oh my god, it's real, it's happening. There's glue on my face.
I just love the term. I love this. I love when you said roughness when it comes to drag because
that
there is
grittiness.
because
yeah.
we don't know
Uh-huh.
anything
We don't
about
know
No.
anything.
No.
Mama, what is a
Just get it
blend?
on.
What is
We
a
really
blend?
don't. So I did bring people made fun of me a lot too because I streamed that night that I glued my brows down for the first time. So I made lots of friends. People loved it, you know. And I did use this to scrape it. This is metal, and people.
No.
I'm not sure
Really-
if Barky's
really got mad at
image
me
is
for
still
this.
okay.
Oh no.
I basically got canceled for this, honestly.
Wow.
But like, okay, so like,
Um,
I'm gonna say this to everyone. What would you say to first time you now? So like, if you could talk to you right there in that picture, what would you say to little Barky?
Oh God, this.
Not like to have
okay.
the whole like traumatic
Yeah.
ass moment on Drag Race, but you know what I mean.
Exactly,
You
more of a
need to
lighthearted.
Print these photos out and frame them to hold up.
I would just say take your time. Don't be too hard on yourself. This is for fun. You're doing this for fun. Always keep that in mind. And don't hold back too. I feel like I do kind of regret often sometimes holding back. So don't give a fuck about what other people are going to think. Just go all the way for it. 100% every time, which is hard, but that's if you feel like it.
If you feel
Do
like
it.
it, just go for it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just do what you feel like at the time feels right, but know that you're going to get better at it, so don't stop.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Next we have the one and only Care. So Care's a little different situation. So, Kara, do you want to talk about these photos right here?
I sure do. So I'm waiting for them to show up on stream on my end, so I can, so that way I know which one's on the left and which one's on
I'm
the
just
right or
going
top
on.
or bottom or whatever the
Oh, right,
situation is.
right.
Yeah.
But the photo without the with the properly placed lashes, the one on the right, that one is from my first time ever being put in drag. So 1 year to the day before my first ever stream. And then the one on the left is 2 months later when I had to do it all myself. And I was in that look. I could not get my lashes on. So I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to a show. I'm just going to glue them to the eyeliner along the side and we'll try something artistic. And then on top of that, I thought I cut my lace on my wig short enough. I did not. I had about like this much left on it. So all of that forehead, about half of that is just the lace from the wig because I didn't like glue it down or anything either.
I see. I see
see
that
it
now.
now.
My first time out. So this was my first time taking Kara out on the town in Chicago to go see a Sasha Velour show, and I was trying to like emulate a look that Sasha had in that show. The one on the right is a recreation of a Sasha look as well, hence the brows and everything.
Yeah.
And and when that first time on the right, when the show was over, I had the veil over my face after like I think I'd been in face about 12 hours when that photo was taken. And we went to a little cafe because Sasha wanted to come and say thank you to all of us that had dressed like her and had made all this effort for this big group costume. And the second she walked in, she like beelined over to me and she was like, can we lift this veil up? And so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So we lifted the veil and she was like, she just started beaming and she was like, are you going to keep doing this? And I was like, I didn't really plan on it. I figured this was like a one-time thing. She's like, well, I think you should really consider it because this really suits you. And I can tell you are a different person just sitting here in this outfit and the makeup and everything than what you are when I've met you 3 or 4 other times in the past. So then the next time I saw her was 2 months later. And her publicist moved me up to the front of the meet and greet line because I'd been there longer than everybody else. I'd been in the part of the crew as well. And so they moved me up to the front. And when she walked in, she just started beaming. And she was so happy to see me there. And she was like, okay, before I talked about anything else, I have to ask you, how do you feel? Like, does this feel like something you still want to continue doing after this? And I was like, yeah, like I know I look shit, but I feel great. And, you know, I was like, and the fact that, you know, you feel this way, that's confirmation. And I was like, I guess I'm going to keep doing this. And so I tried doing it on and off for the next year. And then I was like, you know what? I really want to start streaming. I want to still do drag. I want to bring all of that together in a way. And Twitch was the perfect outlet for that. And now here we are. So
stunning and amazing as always.
Wow.
And thank you for keep doing drag. Thank you, Sasha Velour, for telling Kara to keep doing this.
Honestly, it's all because of her.
You're like, this is a one-time thing, throw it away, whatever. But now you're like, oh, if she's telling me to do it, maybe
I was like, okay, maybe I should put this in my little back pocket for later.
Cute, love that. Okay, Eve,
Oh.
are you ready?
Hold on. Let me prepare myself.
Okay.
Go ahead, do it.
Right here. Here is Eve's first time in drag. You'll see. Yeah, I'm gooped. Gooped.
Yeah, I will say, yeah. So what I was trying to do what I was trying to do is like a traditional like drag eye. You know, when you like, you know, you go, you do this. And I was forcing myself within these parameters to maintain a certain look.
You're trying to do a stencil.
Yeah, so I was trying to like essentially recreate like a drag look, and I mean, she loved it. She was in it, and you know, I just started going to town and doing different things, and like a lot of people know me for a different, we call it classic Eve, which is like, you know, the big eye and all that stuff. But now I'm going through another moment of just like wanting to do something a little bit like you know. But she like
She's growing. She's evolving.
But no, she lived for the moment, and I mean, the only thing that I was like, I'm still unsure of, and I think everybody here, we all have the same feeling. Brows are the hardest thing in the freaking world.
100%.
But she wanted to celebrate bushy brows, and she did.
I think she did.
She really did.
I think she did.
A bushy-ass brow.
I love it. I think this is so
but yeah,
cute.
Honestly, like, an advice to anybody wanting to start drag is just fucking go for it. Like,
Yeah.
I started drag as I was a poor college student, and like I was using, you know, Wet and Wild and Elf and all that stuff, and they were like sickening products. But like, you don't need to have like the best things if you're starting out. Just get the products, do your research, get the products, and just go for it. Like, just go for it. As long as you're safe, if you're in a safe environment and you're able to express yourself that way, you know, do that. Your safety is first. But, you know, drag is wonderful, drag is freeing, so just do it. Just do it.
Watch the drag on a budget VOD.
Yes.
If you want to get all them sickening products for a very, very low price, go watch it. I watched it. I was like, oh, taking some notes. I'm like, I'm a cheap bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we have my bestie, Kiyoshi Yorha. Okay, I have seen this look IRL. Okay, and bitch, I was like, I was gooped. I was like, yes. And so now we'll see if everyone else is going to be gooped. So, here we go. This is Kiyoshi Yorha, baby Kiyoshi. Tell us about this look, please.
As you can tell, nothing's changed.
I gotta move you to the side real quick, because excuse me.
Nothing's changed. Hi.
Oh
so yeah, I also thought I was very fierce. There's like a second picture of me posing, and I'm like, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I'm not. I'm definitely cinched. I don't need to be cinched. Don't worry. And yeah, my face is flawless. Blending, I know her, and we live together. We're roommates.
And they were roommates.
And also, just yeah, I also go by the same thing where it's like the rough brow realism and like the just really keeping you humble type brow.
You humble brow.
Also,
Yeah.
you're talking about blending. You have to have makeup on your face to blend first. There is no contour. There's not even a blush going on.
There is contour.
Yeah,
I see
there's
contour.
contour.
It's like
There's contour.
There is a hint.
There is no blush. There is no blush.
There is
a
a
whispered
hint. It's like a
contour.
shade
She said-
darker.
There it is.
But yeah, I definitely did not know how to like properly lay my brows down, and now I shave them off, so
Period.
we don't have to
Shave
worry
Brows
about them at
Club.
all.
Shave Brows Club.
You broke
Um,
up with your brows. You said this is over.
Yeah.
Get out.
They grow back.
But yeah, I thought it looked great, and it was like that's when I actually went to my local Pride for the first time in what are they called? They're not heels. They're like
Little like boots.
wedges. They're like boots or something. They're
Were you
not
in
very
wedges?
comfortable.
You were in a wedge. Yes.
Yeah,
You were
I was in a wedge, and it was very comfortable. I did feel a little bit taller, so maybe that was really the reason why I felt fierce. And yeah, I loved it. It was great. Obviously, there's a lot that I now know I do differently. I actually, this isn't necessarily my normal drag face, or the drag face I started with. I actually look like this.
Oh, I love
Where I
that.
have essentially what a drag queen, quote unquote, looks like, that I perceive looks like. And yeah, I have recently started, ever since I have done
the face swap.
Harming's face swap, I definitely was like, wait, hold on, this is fun. And now I did that, and then I just started doing let me try like a thick brow instead of a thin brow. And yeah, I'm having a lot more fun. If there's anything I have to tell anybody is fuck with drag. Try something else. Try doing drag contour, queen contour. Try doing a creature contour. Do whatever. And yeah.
Bring that shadow up, girl. Like,
Yeah.
if you gotta do garage doors just one color with a brow and you think that's fierce, do it. But make sure it's blue, because blue's like obviously the best color to do a garage door with.
One thing I just want to say is every person here has said with every single look that they felt fierce. And
Yeah.
that is the power of drag. Like,
Absolutely.
no matter what you look like, you're gonna feel fucking
You're
fierce.
gonna feel so hot. You're gonna feel
And you're
so
gonna get better no
sexy.
matter what.
Yes. Like, you always get better. Like,
Yes.
literally look at all of us here. and
We are
compare it to what
perfect
we just
examples
showed.
of it's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better, girl. You just gotta let it happen. And
Trust
then
the process.
Harming,
Yeah.
Trust the process.
Trust the
Harmon wants to
process.
talk about Keo not having a contour. Wants to having no makeup on your face, Harmon. Let's go.
Look.
First
That's
time
bestie.
in drag. Tell us about this particular look. Looking very handsome,
So-
but where's
Oh.
the makeup?
Exactly. The thing is, the lighting does make it look different. I do actually have contour on. You can see it there. And I needed more though. So I didn't have a lot of like really high contrast, dark pigmented contouring products yet. So I was really trying to scrub it in there. And also talking about eyebrow journeys.
Okay,
I've
I was about to
gone
say
through
you look like you
an
belong to
eyebrow.
like Eugene Levy's family.
Or like a werewolf tribe.
These
yeah.
brows are way different.
These are so different, and these brows are fierce. I love your brows.
Mhm.
Thank
Yeah.
you. They're honestly my like defining feature. I'm like, if I have to pick one part that you can pick out of my eyebrows, where if you were to like take it out and put it on its own and you could identify me, it would be these brows.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just so like
But I had the lighting.
uh
I had a general aesthetic. And reminder, this wasn't even a year ago. So lots of things have changed in a short amount of time.
I have
love to
a
see
confession
it.
to make? Are we ready
Uh-huh.
for confessions?
we love
Go
The
for it.
first time I saw
Bring
Prince
it.
Charming, I was like, oh my
Oh.
god.
And then you got to know me.
100%. And then I got to know him, and I
What
said,
is this
"Never
feeling?"
mind."
Yeah, you get to know me and you're like, oh.
I said, "Oh,
Actually-
God." It's like now Harming's that like annoying little brother that I can't get rid of, but I still love him. So it's like, want to play games? I was like, oh, I guess.
Again.
Okay.
Mom
so
said you
now-
have to play with me today.
Well, I'm going to the mall with my friends. She's gonna take me with you. Whatever. Anyways,
The whole scene.
So now that we have seen each other's drag journey from where we started from to where we are here, I have another question. So has anyone? Because I know we all started online. Does anyone have a drag parent of sorts? Harmony.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I definitely do.
Go ahead.
So my mother is Bia Bombshell
Icon Legend Star.
and icon, legend, and star. She is a absolutely stunning drag queen. And like she never put me in drag because we've never even gotten to meet in person. We just became really good online friends. And she was the one that talked me into just doing drag because I was already doing makeup on myself and already doing some looks. And then she was the one that opened the door and just went like, just be a fucking drag king.
Bitch.
And so with her guidance, like, and her blessing, I started doing drag. And she didn't want to be my drag mother at first. But then she was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take you in.
Whatever.
So she eventually did accept me as her legitimate child.
I love that.
And I'm the favorite.
Oh,
Just saying.
oh, that's what they all say. Kara. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll just I was another, Twitch drag artist. In for Prayers was definitely a drag parent for me, or a symbol of a drag parent, definitely. who just really like advocated for me, made me feel so valid all the time, and was just like a great like resource to go back to, just to like have that kind of safety net, I guess is the right word. And that was very, very meaningful for sure.
Kara?
Yeah, so the people who put me into drag for the first time made like all the costumes for that night. So made my costume. And then I remember that morning of the show, it was like a tag team project of like 3 of them like doing different parts of my face. So one of them did just my brows, the other one did like basically everything else, and then the third one like helped like get in the costume and get everything fitted. So I think I had
there's
fairy.
little fairies like in Sleeping
Yeah, I
Beauty.
have my fairy drag parents from Australia, the Velveteen triplets. 2 of them work in the medical industry, so they're like working crazy right now with the pandemic. And then the third one, who did the bulk of my makeup, is another drag queen, Egg Saint Laurent, down in Melbourne. So they're wonderful, and I love them a lot. They're great, and they've been like super supportive and there whenever I have questions about things along the way.
Love that. Anyone else have a drag parent? I know I don't. Well, my drag parent is YouTube. Because I was just like, I'm gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna learn on my own. And then like watching videos of specifically black drag artists doing their face, and anyone's like, because I can watch whoever, but it's the deeper toned drag artists that like I need to see, how to highlight, how to contour, where to where to get things that are in my shade if I can't find something, how to make foundations and contours and whatever that are my color. And it's like, it was difficult for me to like find anyone in my area because where I live at, there honestly aren't a whole lot of black drag artists here that are active all the time. I can probably name less than 5 on my hand that I know of that are out doing things. So it's like, okay, I had to go to the internet to learn how to do drag, and I think I've been pretty successful. And also like watching my fellow drag artists on Twitch, like how they do their face. Like I would study Deer doing their brows, and I said, I can never fucking do this. I can watch that Deer do her brows all day and never able to do it again, but I try. And then I like evolve something into my own where I'm like comfortable with my own brows. My brows are still constantly evolving. They are never even. On a good day, they're barely even. Okay, it's
Always
like,
cousins.
I tilt like this all the time. So
I was gonna say, you know what you do when they're not even? You make sure your head's always just facing off to the side a little
What
bit.
do you think I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
Hello? What do you think I'm looking at here?
Why do you think I have my head tilted this whole time?
So yeah, I don't know. Kyo, Eve, do you have any drag parents of sorts?
I mean, I like you. YouTube was a very huge, like, looking at videos, all that stuff. I will give a special shout out to Elix because one night in a call I was drunk and I was like, "Be my drag mom," and she's like, "Okay," but she looked me at the bus stop, like,
Oh, not that.
She probably gets that a lot.
Like watching Elix and Deer and Trashly and Nicki Minaj, all of these stream queens that were doing drag online, going in their chats, messaging them, being like, "Why are you doing this? What is this? How do you do this?" All this stuff. And like just Deer in general, like, I mean, I feel like we're all lucky to have Deer in our lives. Like, I'll message Deer and be like, "Hey, I want to do something new and I want to fix this. What should I fix?" And she's always so like, "Well, if I were to do something, I would try to do this," or like, "I challenge you to do this phase. I challenge you to do this." So Deer was always someone to like go to for any sort of drag advice. So watch Deer, basically, everybody.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
ask questions.
As a drag king, like there weren't many other drag kings for me to look up to on Twitch for, to see how they run their ship and do their makeup live and all that kind of stuff and ask questions and get to know them. Like I know a good handful more now that I'm more in the community, but I want to, I just want to encourage everybody to do more like king stuff and put more of that out there on Twitch.
I've been doing. I've done a couple like king looks, and
Oh yeah, they're good.
yeah.
it does something different. It's just like,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
wow, like as a non-binary person, like switching it up between like a drag queen and then going into a drag king, it does something. You're just
It be
like,
hitting.
God, I would date
yeah.
me.
I would not be sitting here with a bare chest on camera live to the internet if I wasn't in drag.
I think
you just
going off of what
feel
you
it.
said, for like people that have done that, they look for people that have done king faces. You are now one of them. You are now one of
Yeah.
those people. Because
That's
without
that's one of my next
you,
questions actually.
without
I don't
without
write down for you
you,
guys, but yeah.
oh, without you, without Les, without Joy, and like I wouldn't be able to get this face. Like a whole bunch of other drag queens I didn't mention.
Okay, don't
every
blame
time
me for that.
drag kings. When I or monarchs, when I take that contour stick, swipe my brush on it, I imagine all the forces of the
Not-
drag kings in
not,
that
not
brush.
all the
And
all
I
the
strike.
forefathers. Strike.
See, I'm
but
taking your hand. I'm trying to force you to put the stick to your face because that's what. Not a brush. you
but-
just put the whole thing there.
to answer your question about like my if I had any drag parents at all, for drag queen, I didn't necessarily have anyone. There was some local drag artists in my scene that I would go watch, and I would try to emulate what they've done. And one of them I got really close to, and I did go up one time, and they kind of gave me a little bit of pointers, but they strictly for sure told me like, I'm not your
I'm
mother
not
at all.
claiming you.
Because I think it takes a lot to be someone's mother on top of
Yeah.
like
It's a lot of
being-
responsibility.
Yeah.
yeah. And the other thing too is like your face is going to be way different than theirs
Mhm.
because not everyone's face is going to be the same.
Mhm.
So you really have to learn your face, and that's really how you improve. And I think
Mhm.
that's how we all improve too.
That's what I always tell people.
Uh,
Was like, oh, how do I do drag? I was like, look, you experiment with the
Mm-hmm.
makeup. You will find your face structure and where you want everything to go, and then you branch off from there. It's gonna be a long time and a struggle.
Yeah.
Like you
Mhm.
see this fucking cheek, this highlighter right here on this cheek, bitch. It was all the way down here before. Like I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now it's like, oh, bitch, the light catches it. And you say, oh, she's glistening, girl.
Oh, you know.
I'm still feeling myself right now. I fucking love this look. I hope you guys love it too.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh,
you have-
and what
yeah.
going off drag king as well, like and the feeling of like a drag queen to a drag king, when I have like a drag king face, I'm looking in the mirror, and instead of like doing like fierce poses, I'm doing like JoJo poses
Yes,
and
JoJo.
everything like that. And I feel that. I feel that when I have this face on, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel what is
You
this?
feel powerful.
Yeah,
You're just,
it's fun.
like a different way that you feel when you see yourself as a queen. You're just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
hold on. The hyper masculinity is coming out, but not in a bad way. You know.
No, not the
You know.
not the there's no toxic in it at all.
It's not stinky.
It's not stinky.
Yes, no
Masculinity.
It's
stinky.
musky.
It's musky.
Oh my
Ew. Okay, so I have a question for y'all. So Harming and Keo kind of touched on it about talking about Harming being that person or someone else. I know I have gotten messages. I don't know if it's the rest of you, but have you guys gotten any messages from viewers and someone else is like, hey, how do you do your thing? I love your face. How, I'm inspired by you. I learned this from you. Has anyone like messaged you and said that they've tried something on their face and said, this is like, I did this and it's amazing. Because I know I've gotten one from a few people saying, I love the way you do your eyes, how you blend everything is so good. And one was like, your highlighter is always on point. So that just makes me feel like, oh my god, am I like an influencer? People like actually like me. Has anyone else experienced that here?
Well, just now, apparently. I didn't know that people were looking up to me for makeup now.
Yeah. I mean, in the short time that I've done drag, like, just like how far I've come with my drag and my content and all that stuff, along the way, there's been so many people that have been like, not only my drag, but like in general, like I have been there. I've been that person. One of my favorite things is seeing people attempt to do an Eve face and just seeing how kind of they perceive me. And
I think the operative word is attempt.
But like, no matter what, like, it's always just like, it's so great because you'll look at somebody who's doing your face and you're like, oh my God, they look so beautiful. They look so good and all that stuff. And you're like, wait, that's my face.
Mhm.
That's, and
Mhm.
I should be, because not only it's humbling, it's definitely humbling.
Mhm.
Anyone else gotten that kind of response?
I think I've only had one instance where someone like came up and said, can you be my drag mother? And I was like, no, because with my drag friend, I was like, yeah, I understand why you probably shouldn't, but the responsibilities of being a drag parent.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I gave whatever advice I could, because obviously, again, goes back to like you have to learn their face and whatnot. And in the online platform where they don't show you their face, but I also don't want to ask that because I don't want that information.
Mhm.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
But I only had one person that like came up and I denied them. Sorry.
Put me in drag, and you're like, no.
No.
Honestly, same, Keo. I had a very similar thing. I just had a good friend of mine who complimented me when I would do like blue foundation, which I love
the
doing.
blue looks.
Different
Mhm.
colors. It's so fun to do. And I felt like I got very bad like imposter syndrome because I was like, I mean, I can give you the Juno Birch tutorial that I watched, but like, I don't really have anything to add on top of that. And like, also, I didn't even really do what she did, so like, it's kind of, I think it's helpful to have someone give you pointers specifically on your face. Like, I actually haven't ever had that before, but I can see how that would be awesome.
Mhm.
But I also think drag is really like a solo sport, kind of like I think you can grow a lot just studying your face and like practicing and all that boring stuff is really how you get the results in the long run, I feel like.
Yeah. I would say it's boring. Well,
Well,
scary,
just
scary.
flashy, not as like flashy, but
Mhm.
not boring.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not glamorous. You don't get to sit down in a chair and have somebody else do your makeup, and then you just wake up and you're like, oh, who's? Well, I mean, unless you're
Exactly.
someone, a certain host.
Oh. Anyway.
Otherwise, you got to do your own makeup to get better.
Ooh, girl. Anybody else want to go into the next
girl.
question?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't ever had anybody reach out to me to be like, your makeup's amazing. How do you do it? But
Well,
I
they
do get a lot of
should.
people. I get a lot of people who ask stuff about like the art side of what I do with my drag, and like just the art stuff in general. And I think there's a lot of like similar crossover in that, like as coming from somebody who is like looked up to different makeup artists and visual artists and been like, okay, what brushes is this person using in Procreate? What products is this person using in their makeup? And if I buy those things and I get those resources, then my stuff is going to automatically just be that good. I'm like, that's not the reality of it for any creative process. Excuse me. Words came up and I swallowed at the same time and it did not go well. But yeah, like it's a creative process. It takes time, and you're not just gonna be like. I used to be a paint and sip party host, and I used to tell all of my guests that you can't go into something you've never done before expecting to come out with like a Bob Ross quality product. It's not gonna happen. Lower your expectations, humble yourself real quick, and accept that it's going to start off real bad. You're going to look ugly for a while, and then it's going to get better as you go on because you're going to know how to correct the things that didn't go well the first time.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is I've had people ask me about like, how do you do your makeup? I want to be, I want to do Drag King. And it was very much like, I don't have the answer for you because like he said, I don't know what you look like. And on top of that, it's like the thing is, a lot of people go into it initially not knowing what they want to look like on the other side. Like, they don't know the potential of what they can look like. And so they have no idea what they want the product to be. And I'm like, you're doing a painting. you have to
Yeah.
know what you're trying to create. So it's like, if you're trying to do something that looks like me, you can just try to break down my face and like look at the shapes that I put where and try to, rearrange them on your own face. But like, you gotta have a vision, or else you're gonna look as confused as you are.
I think it's very important to, like, if you're starting out and you're trying to find your face, to just go ahead and look at another artist that you like, do their face, and then one of the most, like, this advice that I got it from Deer, and this is actually a Deer panel, is go into Photoshop and edit the photo on how you want to look, and then once you edit it, try to recreate that, and then go from there. Again, you're not gonna look like, it's not gonna be perfect the first time. We all have to have those, like, we all had the journey, we all had our journeys to get here.
You saw our faces.
Yeah, we saw our faces.
Yeah.
But when you like something, like, you're like, oh, you know what? I really liked how I did my contour that day. I'm going to go for that again, and let's add a different eye shape. I love that eye shape with this contour. Let's go on to the lips. I don't like these lips. So you just keep, looking at yourself. Don't overly critique it. Like, I know that we can as artists, where we're just like, I'm ugly. Don't go into it doing
I'm
that.
ugly and I'm proud.
I'm ugly and I'm
Just-
proud.
Go into it, give yourself the critique, and then do what you need to do.
Yeah.
You're not gonna come out of your first time looking yesified, so
You just take what you
Well.
like, try some stuff, leave out the things that didn't work, and try something new every time. Like, this thing was a creation of, like, I pulled from a bunch of different inspirations, whereas, like, I like the way the vampires look in The Lost Boys and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I want, that kind of effect. I like Dave Navarro's eyebrows. This guy has really cool sunken cheeks that I think look really neat. You just, like, take all these things together, and you have to have things that you
told me
want.
the inspiration for all your looks before, but I'm like, damn, that is literally all those inspirations in one. I was like, holy crap, you are also Dave Navarro is so fucking hot. I love Dave Navarro. Anyway, so let's talk about drag on Twitch now, okay? How has your experience on Twitch been while doing drag? Like, have you, like, how's your experience been? Like, for me, it's been a weird, like, sense of imposter syndrome, because I feel like the rise that I had was, like, so fucking quick. Like, I started doing drag in July. I made it onto Stream Queens by, like, November. I hit 1,000 followers by December, and I was just like, who are all you people? Like, what is
Patrick.
happening here? Yes, I mean, who are all you people? That was me. And I was like, people are here to watch me be mean but funny, but also stunning and beautiful and whatever. I'm just like, it's wild to me, and just like, it's been a crazy ride over the past year and a half. Like I've been saying all week, I've been taking a little break right now because I've been going pretty much nonstop since I started. So I need to take a little break for myself, a little vacay, a little sabbatical. But how was your Twitch drag experience been thus far for all of you? Whoever wants to go first.
It's shockingly supportive. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much everybody that I've met in the drag sphere on Twitch has been nothing but, like, helpful, nice, welcoming. Like, we have, like, such a nice community here where it doesn't feel cutthroat and, like, everybody's, like, trying to get at each other, because we all got our own gig going on. So, like, nobody's really stepping on each other's toes too much or anything. Like, everybody's just happy to be around other people that are similar, it seems like. That's my experience, at least. I do get a lot of that, in terms of overall, no matter how much makeup I put on, no matter how many digital drag numbers I do, people will still consider me not a real drag performer just because I don't perform in a bar. But I'm like, that's not what I'm doing. It's like, that's not what I'm doing for entertainment. I'm running a channel. I'm gaming. I'm hosting. I'm entertaining. Like, that's what I'm doing. You don't have to do that. But overall, the experience has been really positive, or else I wouldn't still be doing it most likely. If it was miserable, I wouldn't be doing it.
100%.
For me, it's been really overwhelming.
Yeah, you've had a meteoric rise over the past
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I remember, when I started drag, like, just being, like 10, 20, 30 viewership, and then, working on my drag, working on my content, and like a couple months later getting partnered on Twitch. Then a couple months later, just like, now I'm starting to like work with brands and stuff like that, which is like so just like it's eye-opening. And I have to thank like everybody in my community, all of my peers and all that. And to go with Prince Harming with the whole digital content versus like in real life drag, I'll say this is when a bar offers me a brand deal and as much money as a brand deal, then I'll start going live and doing live shows. But until then, my success is here, period.
Full stop. Period.
That.
Barky?
Yeah, I'll kind of, sorry, I just want to kind of repeat something that I said on the women in the drag scene panel earlier. So sorry if you're already heard this. But I came to drag originally kind of identifying as a cis woman. I've recently come out as a non-binary woman.
Yay!
Hi. But so I don't know why I had the audacity to just like start doing. I didn't even find like Venus Envy and Creme Fatale, like all those really popular AFAB drag queens before I started. I was just like, I really want to do it, and I don't think anyone will be mad at me about it. I'm just gonna try it. And it ended up being so welcoming, and like finding In for Prayers, like I just feel like I was really like embraced on Twitch doing drag and like supported for my drag. And I love Twitch because you have the freedom to do anything you want. Like I do weird little one woman shows. They're very casual. I sing little songs and do little lip syncs like to celebrate things, and it's just like so fun to do drag the exact way that I want to do it. It's just really cool, and yeah, it's fun to find friends that support you. It's just it's been really, really fun.
Love that. Kara?
Yeah. I think kind of going off what Barky was talking about, how like it was very welcoming, and the same with Harming as well. It's been very welcoming streaming in drag. Before then, even I was definitely one of those people that were very hesitant to add even the LGBTQIA2+ tag.
Again, we talked about that too.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was I'm sure we talked about it in a few other panels as well. But like I was very hesitant. I was just playing Fortnite on my PS4, and then I eventually put my webcam up. No one cared. I had essentially the same setup, and yeah, now I do it in drag. And when I watch my VODs back, I do like them way more for sure. Content-wise, it's like not only am I watching myself play a game and I'm having fun with it, but I also look fierce and hot and great. And I love just how that has changed my perception of my content. And yeah, it's just been very welcoming. I joined the stream. I applied for Stream Queens and I hopped in, and it was like open arms. I met so many. Even before I joined the team, I was in their chats. I was in everyone's chats, and I was like hanging out, getting to know everyone, and it was just a fun time. And yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty fun streaming on Twitch in drag.
Period. And then Kara. Then after Kara, we're going to do our final closing out. And there's one last question I'm going to ask you guys during closing out as well. So Kara, take it away.
Perfect. Yeah, so for me, similar storyline. Like Twitch has always been like a pretty supportive place for me. Like I'm very, very, very lucky that I've had very few trolls in the year plus that I've streamed. I could probably count them on one hand. Half the time they either back down apologize or just like don't do anything. But yeah, like literally my first ever stream, like I remember Inertia followed me during that stream, and then I did like an event on Inertia's channel like that weekend, and Nurse was like, go follow Kara, like get her to 50 to get affiliate, and I had hit affiliate in 3 streams. And so like just kind of from there, like it's been pretty slow growth, but it's been steady growth, and I've been like really appreciative to have that. And streaming also has been great for me. Even though as much as I love streaming and gaming and being on camera and talking to chat and interacting with other people, getting involved on Twitch has entirely revolutionized my business as an illustrator. I did commissions for years prior to streaming, and when I opened them last January, I've had consistent, constant work. I've done well over 100 emotes in this last year. I'm getting ready to like raise my rates because I deserve a raise for the amount of work I'm doing. And then just like all kinds of really exciting stuff, and it's really cool getting to network and have clients that are also all queer, who are all just supportive of another queer person. And you know, my favorite art to make is art for other queer people, and so getting to do that for a job and getting to pay my bills doing that is everything I could have ever dreamed of.
Love that. Yes. Support. So I'm just gonna say, support all of these drag artists you've seen this whole weekend on Twitch. If you haven't seen them on here, if you have seen them on here, support them. Tip the dolls. Okay. All of us have our Venmo, whatever money apps we have in all of our shit. Go tip us something if you like what we do. Okay. Period. Okay. So now
Also,
to
I'm just
close
saying-
out. Oh, what? Go ahead.
I'm just saying we need a drag king partner. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be me, but we need
drag king
one.
partner.
Yeah.
Hello. So
Absolutely.
support the kings on this platform, please. For dear God, there are so many amazing kings on here that need the recognition, and we lift up their voices. Partner one of them before you. Honestly, I would say partner one of us. Like, period. You know. We need more king representation on the platform. I know many kings here, so go support them.
I give my check mark to Prince Harming.
I swatted away because you were in that shit. Anyway, so as to wrap up here, one more time, let's go through where we can find you. And then we had a question from Aurelia. It's going to be super easy. What was the hardest thing you found while starting drag? Like to do like makeup-wise? So let's start with Barky. Where can we find you? What was the hardest thing you had to learn while doing drag?
Okay, you can find me at 2BarkyBark, most places, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Fanhouse, TikTok, all those places. I stream lots of cute games and spooky games. Dang, the hardest thing I found? I don't know. It's really expensive. That's it. Yeah, it's a shit ton of money, and to do drag plus streaming, like building both of those things at the same time, was a lot of fucking money.
So
Yeah.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Kara.
Yeah, so you can find me at twitch.tv/Kara Couture, at Kara Couture on Instagram and TikTok, Kara_Couture on Twitter. And I would say for me, I think the hardest thing for me with makeup is, well, doing my drag is obviously like lash application, but I feel like that's a pretty standard one for a lot of people. For me specifically, I think the hardest thing is trying to get my makeup to the place I want it to be, so I don't have to edit it so much for my draws plays. Because there's a lot that goes on in the back end that you all don't get to see. But trying to find those little nitpicky things that you want to suss out and improve upon, I think has been the hardest part of the journey in general.
Yes, Eve.
I am Evil Queen, and I'm the prettiest bitch you've ever seen. I stream on Twitch every Sunday. I'm Evil Queen on all platforms. I guess the hardest thing for me is comparing myself to other queens. That right there is probably the hardest one. I always try to tell myself that, and it works pretty well, is that I'm an individual. I am beautiful. I am different. And so are you, whether you are just starting out or you've been doing it for 20 plus years. You are an individual, you are different, and you are beautiful. And always remember that.
Yes. Period. Kyo.
Hi everyone. I'm Kiyoshi Yorha, pansexual, demisexual. I know I'm doing that. Drag investigator here on Twitch. And you can find me on all socials and on Twitch at Kiyoshi Yorha. And also you can find me on Facebook if you're into that at Queen Kiyoshi Yorha. That's the literal only difference. Different one if you're into that. And yeah, I think the hardest thing, and it's still something I'm still going through is, and I'm echoing it from the last conversation, is learning your face. I constantly have to remember my eyes are way different, and even like this side's like has more face into it, so I had to add more to balance out with this one that has less. And balancing those two out is definitely the hardest thing.
Yes, and then Harming. Harming?
Oh, I didn't hear you say harming.
Okay.
Like it cut out for me or something. I don't know.
I was like,
I literally heard
okay.
nothing.
I was like, did my computer freeze? What's going on?
But yeah, I'm Prince Harming. You'll find me here on Twitch at Prince_Harming. Join me there 5 days a week in drag every single time, most of the time. If you enjoy horror games, Dead by Daylight, all that cool stuff. You can also find me on Cash App, Venmo, Pay. No. But yeah, you'll find me here most of the time. It's the best place to find me. Or on Twitter at Prince Harming TV.
Period.
And the hardest thing is fucking brows. Learn your brows because they change your life. You get the right brows, it sets your entire face, honestly. Even if it's no brows, even if you enjoy a no brow look.
Brows and change your life. Yes. Fuck brows.
Just ask Derek Barry.
Oh, anyway, hello. I am Aphasia Speaks. I'm the bitch that just won't shut up here on twitch.tv. I run the speakeasy. All the drinks behind me are actually fake. It's not real. See? And you can find me over at twitch.tv/Aphasia Speaks. Aphasia Speaks on everything except for Instagram, which is Queen_Aphasia. And for me, the hardest thing to learn was getting my eyes symmetrical. Because I have a degenerative eye disease, so I can't really see out of my right eye as well as my left. So I can't close my eye on my right and see what I'm doing on the left. So it's a whole lot going on there. So I had to learn how to do that. That's why I cheat like liner with like a black shadow and deeper in the sockets of my eyes. So that's why I've had to learn that over the times. And it's turned out since, and I love it, and it's stunning and it's beautiful. And I think that we are all out of time. Thank you guys so much for having us. Thank you, Stream Queens Con. And get ready for the last panels of the night and the drag show. Bye.
Bye. Buy the merch. Y'all, I dropped